I visited a lot of trade shows globally. For me, this is the quickest way to get access to international markets. At the beginning, I was doing about 4 shows a year, just going there and meeting and talking to people and following up. So I feel with any business that wants to go global, you just have to be out there talking about your brand to anyone. We haven't done trade shows in about 5 years. It's just not worth it anymore.
Maria Hatzistefanis, the powerhouse founder of Rodial and Nip+Fab. From landing shelves in Space NK to building a beauty empire backed by Kylie Jenner and Britney Spears, Maria's story is all about grit, reinvention, and ignoring the doubters.
How soon did you go to Greece, which is, your home country originally?
We actually don't sell in Greece.
Do you not? No way.
Welcome to this special bite-sized episode of Screw It, Just Do It from our back catalogue of over 550 past episodes. If you like what you hear, don't forget to follow the show and grab your free 2-day pass to the Festival of Entrepreneurs this October. Just head to festivalofentrepreneurs.co.uk to claim yours, and don't forget to dive into the back catalogue. Now open for this year's Festival of Entrepreneurs. Join us at the NEC in Birmingham on October the 8th and 9th for 2 game-changing days with 200 plus speakers and thousands of ambitious founders. Get your free limited 2-day pass at festivalofentrepreneurs.co.uk or click my personal link in the show notes.
So you founded your business in 1999, few years ago now, and your innovative products are now in 35 countries globally. Simple question: how did you reach such a global presence? What were some of the things that you did initially to go from like 1 country to 2 countries to 3 countries to 4 countries?
So what I did a lot at the beginning of my journey is I visited a lot of trade shows globally. For me, this is the quickest way to get access to international markets. So there is this amazing show in Italy, in Bologna. It's called Cosmoprof, and all the beauty companies are there. They go. We took a booth, invested in making it look amazing, and then we had people from all over the world: Japan, Italy, Germany. And at the beginning, I was doing about 4 shows a year, just going there and meeting and talking to people and following up. So I feel with any business that wants to go global, you just have to be out there and talking about your brand to everything and anyone.
And do you still do that?
We haven't done trade shows in about 5 years now. At the beginning, we're doing a lot of them. I think after a point, we have our distribution that's pretty much set. Right now, we are available in 35 countries. So for me to just go, and it's a big investment, it's also a little bit of a disruption. So to go there to just find one investor, it's just not worth it anymore. But now we go to LinkedIn a lot. We also get approached by distributors, and there's only a handful of countries that we really want to expand that we're not in. And then the other thing is that there's a lot of big organizations that go across many countries. So, for example, you have like the Douglas, which is a major European website, and it's available in 20 countries. So you kind of have a lot of big distributors that go along the different continents, and you don't need to be with so many independent ones. You can go with groups, and that gives you a bigger distribution.
Okay. And when you were starting out, was there, 1 country that you were like, ultimately, I want my products to be found in that country and consumed by people from that country? And I'm thinking America, but equally, it could be another country.
Definitely America, and it's our second country right now. That this is a market that we directly manage, so we don't have a distributor there. We actually have a sales team. We have a sales director. So we've set up a little mini rodeo company in LA. And they manage the whole of North America, including Canada. I find that there's 2 ways to manage a market. One is to replicate what you have in your home market into the other market or get a distributor. Um, but that would mean that you give them a higher margin. So, there's a couple of ways to do it. But for us, the US is our second biggest market.
Behind the UK.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. And how soon did you go to Greece, which is, your home country originally?
Um, we actually don't sell in Greece.
Do you not? No way. But they're
We
clamoring for your products.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a website that we ship all over the world, and it's actually the biggest part of our business. Um, it's more about which countries have the distribution channel already available for us to go that would fit the brand, rather than, oh, let's just be in this country because I was born in Greece, or let's just set up shop in Maldives because I'd like to go and visit once a year. It's it's more about what is the country with the infrastructure of the type of stores that we want our products in there, and that's the driving force for expanding in that market.
If you're enjoying this conversation and thinking, I need to be around more people like this, then I've got the perfect solution for you. The Festival of Entrepreneurs is where 5 to 10,000 ambitious entrepreneurs come together to learn from the people who've actually done it. It's on October the 8th and 9th at the NEC in Birmingham, and I'm giving my listeners free 2-day passes. Real entrepreneurs, real stories, real strategies. Exactly like what you're hearing right now, but live and in person. Go to festivalofentrepreneurs.co.uk and get your free 2-day pass before they're gone.
And how long did it take for you to grow from literally those kind of like the timelines from say like one country to two countries, from two countries to double figures?
Well, at the beginning, while I wanted to expand, it's a little bit more complicated. You do need to have the infrastructure. For example, when it comes to beauty products, there's a lot of registrations that need to be applied from anywhere from Asia, including Japan, Hong Kong, Thailand, even UAE. There are a lot of countries out there that require extensive registration. And to do that, especially when I started my business and I was a one woman show from a back room at home, I just didn't have the resources to do it. But while the business grew and I managed to bring in some more resources for the operational side, and I had the resources, then the time was right to be able to support those markets properly. Because it's one thing to say, yeah, let's expand to all markets, but the bigger question is, do I have the resources? Do I have the infrastructure to support and give a good impression to the people that I work with in those markets? Because you have one chance. If you go there and you look unprofessional, unprepared, you don't know the market, then you're going to lose the chance. And beauty is a small industry, so the reputation is a big deal, and you have to do things that reinforce a good reputation in the market. So yeah, you just have to be ready for it. But all in all, I probably got most of my distribution the first 5 years, the core of my distributors, and then the growth is not as fast. So let's say I go in the US, a few countries in Europe, then Asia came after. So you get a lot happening, especially when the business has traction the first 5 years, and then maybe you're adding one market a year. So it does slow down.
Okay. What's Asia like for you? I can imagine that's pretty busy, popular market, would it not be?
We started with Hong Kong, and that was our first market 15 years ago. And it's a great market because the people in Hong Kong really think the same way as we think here in the UK. So it's very easy to do business. You speak the same business language. Um, but equally, we have business in Taiwan. Taiwan is one of the most memorable trips I've ever done. Japan is quite interesting as well. Japan is more about TV shopping, and that's where people are focusing on. Um, so it's yeah. Asia is a little bit more complicated when it comes to registration. Also, the types of products that people buy are a little bit different. So, let's say we have a tanning range that gives you a nice color and a glow, and that's what Europeans want. They want to look tanned, and Americans. But then when you go to Asia, it's all about skin lightening, and it's a whole different set of products. So, what we do is we do have in mind that we do have that Asian customer, and when we develop new formulas, we just there's formulas that we specifically develop for that market that are more about skin lightening and even skin tone. So when you have a global audience, you really need to think about the product and make sure that you don't just target one audience. You have to cater to the different needs of your different markets.
That for me is a point. It reminds me when I chatted to the guys from Grays, like the little boxes that originally were like posted through your letterbox, and now you get them at
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the points. And they were saying when they launched in the US, they found, funnily enough, that the Americans had a completely different taste when it came to. They launched with a full English range, and they said, luckily, they'd built the business on the back of the data that they would, receive from the subscription model that they had. So they're able to turn around the new product in like 24 hours. But they said they literally had to turn around the entire range of products, and nobody had thought that the Americans might not like the English products to start with, but they still managed to acquire. I always remember chatting to Anthony Fletcher, the CEO. He said they managed to acquire 100,000 customers in 90 days in America, which sounds pretty phenomenal to me, but I know it's quite a low price point for their products as well.
But the other thing with the Americans is they're used to massive sizes. So when you're a European brand, a UK brand, and you launch, let's say, a cleanser, which is sort of, maybe smaller than this, you go to an American beauty store and they're like massive sizes because everything in the US is oversized. So we've been asked many times to look at the size of our packaging and develop a double size and triple size of what we do in the UK to fit that market. So when you go global, these things come up, and your operation becomes slightly more complicated. So yes, it's great to expand, but there's all those intricacies that come up that you have to be aware of.
That conversation just proves something. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So here's my challenge: upgrade your network. The Festival of Entrepreneurs is happening October the 8th and 9th, and I'm giving my listeners free 2-day passes to get in the room with 5,000 to 10,000 entrepreneurs who are actually building something. This is where the risk takers, the game changers, and the people who've decided to screw it and just do it come for inspiration, education, and connection. Don't just listen to their success stories, go meet the people living them. Grab your free pass now, because the biggest risk isn't taking a chance, it's missing the opportunity entirely. So if you're building your brand or scaling your business, here are a few takeaways from Maria's story. So look, rejection isn't failure. It never is. It's just fuel to the fire, okay? It's learning. That's all it is. If you don't tell your story, then guess what? Nobody will. And building a brand takes resilience, not perfection. Okay, so you just need to keep going and just keep going at it. Just do not give up. And look, remember, this is just one of the incredible stories from over nearly now 600 entrepreneurs we've featured on Screw It, Just Do It. You can also not just follow the show, but you can grab a free 2-day pass to the Festival of Entrepreneurs this October the 8th and 9th at the NEC in Birmingham. Join me and over 200 other speakers. You can click the link in the show notes, or you can go to festivaloфentrepreneurs.co.uk to see the full speaker lineup.